It's just better than the 2020.
I've had this microphone for 3 or 4 years. So I could upgrade, but I also don't really want to. Because I have a nice microphone.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't obvious.
It's very nice.
I get free girl ASMR on my own stream as well, which is nice, like double. I could just like not respond to you at all, and then I could probably like put your stream on my stream, and pretend that's me while I play games. That would be pretty optimal. Oh, nice.
I don't really.
Oh, I like soon as I got in first, communication error.
Oh, Adrian, he's the one that found you on Omegle, right?
Quick shout out to Adrian. He's a really nice guy. He's a really smart guy as well.
He's very smart.
Yeah.
He does a lot of dumb things.
We're talking a lot about politics. Well, have you met me? Implying I'm smart.
He does a lot of dumb things.
Yeah, people who tend to do a lot more dumb things tend to learn a lot more, so.
I'm still angry about that ring.
Have you ever heard of the Scorpion and the Frog, Victoria?
No. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it very much.
Adrian is both the Scorpion and the Frog. Both curious and powerful. So, okay, right. The Scorpion and...
You do dumb things. Don't deny that you do dumb things, Adrian. I'm not talking about you behind your back. You do dumb things. You're a very smart person, but you do dumb things. And I care about you a lot, and I don't want you to do dumb things.
Can you give an example on stream? Oh no, probably not. Maybe?
No.
Yeah, we don't want to just fuck him up. That's not very nice. But yeah, Adrian's very smart.
He's a good-looking dude.
Wisdom is a lot more valuable than intellect, probably.
He can do a lot with his life.
I'd definitely say wisdom. Well,
What?
yeah, would you say wisdom is more valuable than intellect?
Yeah, probably.
I think so. I'm just debating it because, yeah, no, I'd probably say wisdom is more valuable because wisdom is more like street smarts and just like you're not gonna fuck up as much. I'm not trying to.
You can't do anything with intellect. Oh my god. If you don't have wisdom.
That's true. Well, yeah, intellect, by intellect, maybe I've got my definitions messed up, because intellect I would say, like, oh, you know a bunch of fucking formulas, and you have a bunch of, like,
But if you don't know how to utilize them, which is wisdom.
yeah, I'd say I'm pretty good at learning, I wouldn't say I'm good at learning stuff, I'd say I follow method well, like, as in scientific method.
Intellect, I would say, would be, like, knowledge, and then wisdom would be, yeah, how you use it. In my opinion. Obviously, could be incorrect, but that's my opinion.
Yo, watch this power move. I'm about to get this cute streamer girl right now. I'm about to get her digits right now. Watch this. Check this out. Hey, Victoria, if you were a Mario character, you'd be Wario because I can see you because you're big because I got my eye on you. Okay, right. Watch this. I'm gonna try again. That was an example of what you shouldn't do. This is the real one. Hey baby, are you Mario from the game Mario 64? Because I would like to have sexual intercourse with you. Hell yeah. See? Second time's the charm. So do you want to date me or? What if I What do I put? I'm musical. Listen to this. Ready? Hold on. Check this out. You like that? Oh yeah, sure. You can. We're in Discord. Is it Adrian? I'm feeling pretty okay now. I think. I probably won't be for long, but just so you know. But I'm feeling pretty good. I can't hear you anymore. Did you mute yourself, or is just the thing delayed so much? Fucking, I think my headset died. Oh, there we go. It put me out the call when I and I thought my headset just died.
Hi, Sharpish.
His... I don't think I've ever heard it. What is that called? That rings a bell. I think I've heard you play that on your fucking thing. Oh, fuck me, dude. Ah. Oh, can I add Emilian in here as well in a minute? I don't know if he'll join, but... I'm still getting distracted. Fuck me, dude, I'm at 12. Because you put yourself in risky situations, but you're also powerful. So that naivety. I wouldn't say naivety. I'd say it's confidence. Because I mean, being naive isn't. I mean, like not being naive, rather. Being confident isn't a bad thing. You're a powerful being. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to be trusting. I guess maybe a frog is. You're more like a chameleon and a scorpion. Say again.
Well, you don't like a thing
Appear in.
Here, let me get Emilian in here as well.
What's an appearance?
It's like a webcam thing.
Oh.
There we go. There's Emilian. I didn't open up my fucking webcam.
I wanna go fucking lie down.
That's okay. You don't have to keep streaming. You don't feel like it. If you want to just me to come off stream and just talk, I'm very happy to do that. UKV?
I don't know, I just feel like I'm so tired and I had a coffee and I had a Red Bull and I ate. And I just wanna like lie down and relax.
Oh, you don't go to stream, there's no pressure to.
Yeah, but I want.
Go get like you need to be able to like, I wish you could stream the Switch while it's undocked. And then you could just fucking do that, and then chuck like a webcam on the inside. Oh, Cyrenek. He's the best boy who ever fucking lived.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go lie down. I'll host you, babe.
Thank you. quick shout out to fucking, if you want me to come off and just talk or anything, don't worry about it.
No, I think I'm gonna. You can talk to Adrian if you want. I'm gonna.
No, this is epic. Speaking of, let me add you as a friend, Adrian.
Oh,
Thank you guys so much for coming in. I will probably be streaming them later tonight. But it was fun.
You look nice, by the way.
Sometimes I'm eliminated by Gucci Mane, and then sometimes I'm Martin.
Those are quite the that's quite the radical change. I know you don't know me super well, yeah, Adrian. So if you feel like you don't want to stay in, I have no, what's the word? I will take no fucking thing. Hell yeah. Tell me something open about you. Give me that blurb, baby boy.
On what, like, scale are talking about? Like,
Alright. You have full control of the entire world. Like, instantly. Like, on, like, past God level. The only thing you can't change is, like, your knowledge of said world, you know? You can't, like, just say, oh, I'd make myself, thank you for the follow, I'd make yourself, like, smart enough to know the optimal decisions. Like, that's the only thing you can't change. What would you change about the world?
Knowledge that I possess.
Yeah, current knowledge and, like, but, like, your abilities are unlimited. Alright, be safe, yeah? Yeah, text me if you need anything. Omnipotence, yeah. And you're also a gamer.
I'd probably like everybody, to be honest. And then make
Oh,
sure
you'd give them all the bonuses of all the knowledge you've already had. That's pretty good. Yeah, because I suppose that's a nice loophole. You could enlighten everybody else. Yeah, you like make all knowledge, like non-personal knowledge, universal. I mean, I guess personal being stuff like you're not gonna.
level of understanding.
Yeah, you're not gonna give like everybody photographic memories of everybody else PPs. Otherwise, that's kind of uncool because everybody's gonna just like look at each other kind of weird, like I saw your PP. So that would be fucking sick. I like that.
I would probably build like a big spire in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, you need to find somewhere good. You need to get a home base before you start thinking of stuff. I'd put mine like, what does Superman have this? Have his. He has it in like, he's like a
Antarctica, I believe.
Yeah, like his Fortress of Solitude or whatever. I'd make fucking one like that, and I'd put, but it would be shaped like a giant crystal egg, and it would have Yoshi's face on it. And I'd sit in there. Maybe I'd probably like gather lots of people like I trust from lots of things and say, let's redistribute the gamer wealth. Everybody starts with equal gamer score. No, that doesn't work. Everybody starts with equal copies of Halo 3, and copies of Halo 3 are the new currency for the 360.
Shit.
I don't see why that's not like a perfect idea.
Like burning like the CD and stuff to get more.
Okay, that's number 2. I get rid of copyright law, but only for Halo 3. So people can mass produce as much Halo 3 copies as they want. Full ownership. Well, I guess the first thing. I just work my way up the hierarchy needs and get rid of all of them. Like, well, not get rid of them all! Like, you know, make eating optional for everybody, if I have powers to do that. And, I don't know, I just solve the problems as they come up. I don't see why there would be any problem there. Like, letting everybody not have to, like, starve. Remove Article 13. Oh yeah. You're just gonna turn the world into like a fucking video game. Go to your local Adrian shrine and get some fucking... Oh yeah, each one has like a different special ability. Also, Power Rangers would be a real thing now. But like, everybody thinks they're like infinitely powerful, like the TV show, but they have like it's like the highest risk of death job in existence, just because it would be funny. Nah, I wouldn't like make.
I guess I'd remove the human.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like hierarchy needs like just like everybody put everybody in a position where they can just express themselves artistically, because like the human brain being able to do whatever it likes is like fucking rad.
Oh yeah. Well, to a degree, right? I mean, it's talking about society.
Hmm.
And obviously, build those societal needs, whether it's like
Yeah.
being a doctor, a psychologist, and like on a smaller scale, being like a person, somebody.
If like people are like indestructible but can like just choose when they want to die, do you think like you'd also get rid of pain, or like there would be like an advantage to that? Like if there's no risk of like damaging yourself? That's an interesting concept, I think.
Well then, with that, I could just like giving the gift of like moderate potency to like the general public. I guess they do.
Hello, lads. The fucking something I worry about quite a lot. This is like some existential shit. I worry, like, I kind of guess it's a kind of a Black Mirror. What if you were a telly? No. It's like I worry that if I was like a machine, I fear that like if machines turn out to have the same sentience as us, or like what if machines already have this, like, because think about it, machines take things so binary, like 1 or 0. Like if they make a mistake, what if that 0 like is the like most absolute excruciating pain you could possibly imagine? Oh, I got Mario Kart so hard at the end there. Like how would that work? Like, because if you want to like send like an AI feedback if it did something wrong, you can give it good and bad feedback, can't you? Like, what if that like hurt the computer? Oh my god, I fucking cry. What if me iPad is crying every time I uninstall Skype?
Oh fuck, dude. Just having it removed from
Me iPad.
But we could also like, I don't know, like the whole like, what would it be called, like being a machine, I guess. We could almost look at humans in such a way, like a more complex machine, if not equally, or
I think yeah,
stuff like that.
I think people do a lot better off positive feedback alone than negative feedback. I mean, you kind of need both because then you get more abstract. Quantum computer does more than 101. Oh yeah, I'm excited for quantum computing, but I don't really understand it. Like, I hope that does actually like radically like increase the speed of stuff. I hope that isn't. If anyone fucking patents quantum computing, I will make a threat on Twitch that would get me in TOS trouble, because that would be the most anti-progressive thing I've heard in my entire life. I think patents are really stupid. I can't see any advantage to patents. It just limits people's creativity. Forced, limitations can like create innovation, but like making them without consent, like only like you should be able to self-impose them, not like, oh that's, yeah, it's silly. Yeah, sorry, I'm using a lot of big boy words. I'm so like pseudo intellectual at the moment. I'm not normally like this. Yeah.
It's a good thing. Like I think it's
Yeah. I don't think like plagiarization is only something we're concerned about because of like capital gain, I think. As in like sorry, I am using like unnecessarily big words there. It's like fucking people are only concerned about like copyright and people like stealing their ideas because they'll profit off them. But if everybody's like just working to the same goals and everybody like, if it's just like, if you can just like make ideas and stuff for like the fun of it and for like only because you want to make other people's lives better, like let's say like we had like we did live in like a really like optimal society where you didn't have to be concerned about like get your bottom tier hierarchy of needs, which a lot of us are, and some of us, very few of us, have to never ever literally ever worry about that, and we kind of serve that. Fucking, I'm gonna come 8th in Mario Kart. I'm not paying enough attention. Oh, I'm gonna lose. Oh no! Oh no! Don't put me in 12th or I'll cry. No! 11th. At least that could be worse. Well, it's the bottoms. Oh my god, that's the worst. I've never lost a game on Mario Kart Online before. That's literally last place. I got Mario Kart hard, but that was entirely my fault. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But, yeah, I can't wait till Gaming 2 comes out.
Damn, it's so interesting.
Team contests are epic.
I guess, like, but you know, if everybody had just like this collective, like, almost like ant-like, I guess.
Yeah.
Collective thinking. Like, I think we'd solve massive amounts of things.
Yeah, it's like hard to balance because people can lose their identity. But I think it's like, rather than an ant-like thing, it's like anybody comes up with a good idea, we can all say, hey, that's great, we agree. That's like, I guess you still have individuality because you can be the guy. I'm the guy who came up with this, and for someone else to take that and innovate on it, maybe people should worry less about making money off things and more like attribution, you know, like when you get credit for stuff, like I think if they made attribution the law rather than like because I mean otherwise, because like any art can just be like a criticism of any other art. I mean, like if I like, you know, like how parody and like criticism on stuff like YouTube, they always put that under fair use. Surely, like, if I like, technically it's almost parody if I download like the entirety of like, I don't know, like Super Mario Brothers and I change one thing about it. In a way, isn't that me criticizing it, like, and then showing how it could be fixed? So in a way, isn't that kind of parody? Isn't that kind of the point of parody? I guess, I don't know.
Also, okay, just being able to accept critiques, like, let's say, like, Thomas activism.
Yeah.
I don't know, a dildo.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, he's not, I mean, this is, like, some stupid level, but like,
Yeah.
imagine if he, like, I mean, built one, okay, like, and then we have, who's another famous
A female inventor. Oh damn, it kind of sucks that we can't like think of any. Because I'm sure there have been, I guess they just haven't really got the limelight. Or they're like, oh no, there was one. I like, because I remember reading something about like the women you forget. It was some article or something. And like, it was Florence Nightingale. I can't remember what she made, but it was something electrical. It was like, it's like the film and no, I think that was a black guy. No, the black guy made the lampposts. Damn. What?
Anyways.
Sorry, gaming.
No, you're good.
I like went direct. I fucking plunged. Oh man, I do not look good. I was on a win streak until I started streaming. I'm gonna make the same mistake this time though. Oh, I don't have to because I'm gonna do this. Oh, come on! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because she has a better idea. Yeah, she's like it's like a Nintendo fan who's played the game a lot. Is probably gonna have a lot more idea than someone actually who made it and then just left it. Yeah, she's gonna have, and she's actually got like the parts to like properly enjoy this thing designed for her. And like as much testing as he's done, like an outside perspective can be good, but she should be able to innovate on it. Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Yeah.
That's what strikes me odd. Flames and shit like that, and like textures. There's obviously better things, but there's so much monetization within that it's.
Hello, son. Yeah, I mean, it's tough being a gamer. You feel me?
I feel you. Eating those mushrooms, man.
If you could, is there any product you think you want to innovate on? Like, is there a game?
Man.
that you really like that there's like a change to? Because I feel like there's so much with like each little game. I think the best thing to like add to games are like more options, because like if people want to turn on like some crazy new modes, like because for like people to force a change, I think the only changes that should like be forced are like multiplayer ones. But then again, you can still have like custom game lobbies, because too many games do that. They'll like change their meta and people will be like, oh, I miss the old League of Legends or whatever.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. Like I'm pretty jaded in regards to games. Just like things. I guess I would invent things that like changed my day-to-day life. Like I mean, they already have it, but like a comforter that makes the bed itself and shit like that.
Ooh. Oh
But,
man, I like
like,
that.
Yeah, man. Like it's such a fucking simple thing. But like some people don't do it, and I don't fucking do it. Rarely, very rarely do I.
Big Video says he'd delete the hunger bar in Minecraft, but like that's where I think options are a perfect example, because you could take like you could say like, oh, I want to turn off the hunger bar and have like a separate mode, and like that's fine. You could even have it like on some servers that you could have the option to have it on or off. Like some people get a sprint bar and some people get like a hunger bar and like or like sprint on. And then you can like do a mess about with a bunch of stuff and like recreate more stuff in Minecraft more easily. You can do it more accurately. So options are optimal, in my opinion, rather than just saying the game will be better. What is more up for debate though is like what the default option should be though, because I mean that's not even going to take up much space.
That reminds me, like it could be kind of like a silver spoon like that. Like
Yeah.
you're either born with like a silver spoon or not.
That could be a fun game. Yeah, that would be like a good like experiment to see if people would actually share it if they just got stuff or they felt like they deserved it because they spawned with it. And I think that would depend on the person, because if someone had like, I wonder if people who had been already born in real life with a silver spoon would be more inclined to share than or less inclined, because I think like I'd say I know I'm kind of middle class. I'd say the poorer people would be more inclined to share because they'd empathize more, but at the same time maybe they'd feel like, hey, I deserve this in this game because I've already had tough luck in real life, so I want good luck for once. That would be an interesting study, like scientifically. I wonder if being rich like statistically makes you more or less greedy. Because, well, if you already start with stuff, maybe that would, I don't know. What do you think?
Like it falls from the lines of like philanthropy. Obviously, some like millionaires donate hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe some don't.
Yeah, and I suppose it is like if you are like, oh, that was perfect. If you are gonna like donate loads of money, how much is that like? Because if you've got loads of money, you can easily make loads of money, and also like donating money makes you look good as well. So there's so many things to it. Yeah, I just about to cross the line. I red shelled the guy. That was like actually cheeky. I could have done it earlier and had the same effect. But yeah, I always forget you can stop the item roulette. Oh yeah, I love Cheeseland. Except on 200cc. Fuck 200cc. 200cc is pretty good.
Oh shit. But oh man.
Who's your favorite Mario Kart character? Let's take a real pivot, like a hard pivot.
Honestly, I didn't grow up with Mario Kart. Like I had to go to people's house to play. Because I never had the.
I think that
I had a
creates, because I'm super big into like Mario Kart and Halo from like going over friends' houses to play. I feel like they kind of evoke a sense of nostalgia, because when you're a kid and you've only got to play it a bit, like wow, this is the most fun ever. And like, Mum, I really want this, I really want this. And it's like, we can't afford that right now. So like when you eventually get it, you're just like constant. I literally spent so much time on Mario Kart DS, like it was insane. I remember I was asking so much for a Game Boy, and then oh fucking hell.
Oh yeah, I had a Game Boy. However.
Yeah, I never got one. I had to wait until I was begging for a Game Boy since it came out. Oh, when was that? Well, no, that couldn't have been that. Oh, because Mario 64 was 96, wasn't it? Like when I saw my friend play like Pokemon, and like since then I was constantly wanting. Yeah, I don't know where that thought was going. I feel like I cut you off again.
No.
It's all good, man. Oh shit me, dude. Oh, I felt so shit this morning, but I'm glad I'm like sustaining my braining right now. For some Mayro crap. That also like, do you think people should be able to profit off of parody things? I feel like, like it sucks like when people do parodies and they have to like change all the characters' names, and it's so clearly like, I don't know. It's weird that like fan games always are like make so many decisions that even if they're not like better quality overall, they always like make some kind of comment about like the games themselves. Like they're actually like, even if they're not up to quality, they're like, they always get these huge like backing behind them because they are actually something people want. I don't know. I think the nicest thing is when customers get something that they didn't realize they wanted. Like an entirely new game. Like, I don't know, like VR stuff is something I never thought I'd want until I like saw it actually played. Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's specifically a game called Boneworks that's really cool. And I think it has something to do with Valve now. I mean, it's got crowbars in it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you ever played Half-Life?
No, I never did.
Nah, it's a fun game. It's like it's one of the best first-person shooters for its story. The actual gameplay isn't like amazing, but like it's fun, and it's like you like play a silent protagonist the whole time. And there's what's cool about it is there's like 0 cutscenes. It's just one continuous thing, start to finish. But like, but studies show, oh shit, people do act more attributable to others. What I'm saying is probably right. Oh, so my theory's being tested and backed up. That's cool. Oh shit, I don't know if that's especially big brain. I just feel like it's good to challenge your assumptions and actually test them, because something surprised people. Oh man, I've like been fucking plummeted back into 8 because of, I was reading that and I fell off a cliff. I need like a bot that reads everything out to me. Or just like,
text-to-speech, dude.
yeah. I need a secretary that's like also like a fucking Toad from Mario, and he does it in the wheezy screech voice. So what do you like to do in your spare time then, Adrian? Are you not that big into games, more into just other stuff, chilling out, talking to friends?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I do enjoy talking to people. I work out, and I'm starting to get back into it, but I'm not like...
Yeah, I need to get back into working out. I'm like spaghetti arms. Yeah, because like my arms are spaghetti, and then when I tense them, they look good. And it's like, I'm like a grower, not a shower in the arms department. Which is funny. But yeah. It's not that bad being a spaghetti boy.
I write poetry from time to time.
No way.
Yeah, man. But it's only due to, I don't know. Like when I feel more in tune with like emotions, like, I'll write.
I like writing funny raps and stuff. I did some like funny rap videos on YouTube, and I wrote some more serious stuff. But then when I tried to do a lot of it, I don't know. I feel like I'd done so much parody that at this point it would just come off as parody it anyway, or something. It'd just be kind of weird, which is like a nice way to avoid like looking bad. But at the same time, it's like I would actually like to create good stuff. I feel like that's kind of what. There's this guy called Jimothy Lacoste who's like a UK like rapper. I guess they call it like Britpop or something. I don't know what it's called. That's what a playlist I think I found him on was called, like New Age Britpop. But like all his song is like so like stereotypical like Cambridge kid like stealing wine from your local Sainsbury's and shit like that, and like saying like I'm out to get Burberry socks, and like all his like he sings like often like so monotone, but it's like so there's something so charming and funny about it. And like the idea that he's like completely taking himself seriously, but he looks really silly. But like you couldn't like accuse him of being uncool at the same time, because he is like kind of cool and like cheeky. And like his dancing is like really like it's like actually kind of good, but it's so like, oh, what's the word? Clumsy. Jimothy Lacoste. It like doesn't even sound like a real name. Jimothy. It's like such a British name. and like he's got like all these songs like the title's always really funny. Like I can speak Spanish, and the whole song is about the fact, yeah, that he can speak Spanish. Like all the lyrics are about the fact he can speak Spanish, and that's great. Yeah, he does speak Spanish, but like I love that like the, you know, like in most rap songs, like the back things, it'll be like, oh, I'm the best, and it'll be like, yeah, he's the best. Instead it's like, I can speak Spanish, and in the background it goes, no, you can't. Oh, that's great. I really love Jimothy. He's really funny. But yeah, he's basically, where I'm going with that is his newest stuff is like, I was listening to it and like, this is actually like really good, like actually like a really good beat, like unironically like really catchy, like, and it was like the new song was like a really like good message, like, oh, don't be greedy or materialistic, like, or people will like, you'll push everyone you love away. I was like, what the fuck? This is like actually like a really nice message that I like believe. I just completely bizarre.
And it's just like sometimes comedians or stuff like that.
Yeah.
One guy.
Oh, yeah, he's funny. Those guys are funny. I like them. I like that, like, because most of the time when people do like humor with race, it's like, whoa, this guy's black, but what he acted like a white guy, like, it's like so like, but they actually do like funny commentary and stuff, and like they make fun of like both like black and white stereotypes, and then like take them, they'll like double layer it, so it's like people will like treat like a black guy like he's not a stereotype, but he is a stereotype. Yeah, it's like there's this really funny one where there's like, it's like a funeral of this like big like long extended like black family, and it's like, oh, it turned out like, I don't know what the guy's, we'll just say Graham, like, oh, you're my dad Graham actually like in his had an acting career, and I found a film reel to show us all of some of his work, and then it's like all his film reel is like from like the 50s, 60s, so they're all like really awful like racist stereo, and everyone is like looking like nervously looking away, and like the whole time the bit's going, he's like trying to find a way to turn it off, and he just kind of just getting worse and worse until it becomes like he's like eating watermelon on the camera. It's just getting it's just funny, like, yeah, they're like, yeah, I think it's funny, like the idea of like people trying to like pretend the past didn't happen, like at like a time, it just like, and just like putting something like, make a comedy like that's funny, but it's also like tragic, and like, I don't know, it's just it's funny that like, I like shows that are like comedy shows that are more than just like jokes as well. Like that's
Shakespearean-esque.
Yeah. I accept like Shakespeare. Oh yeah, like Shakespearean tragedies are really good. I'd say maybe that's not the best example, because Shakespeare's idea of comedy is man has donkey head, and that's his entire joke. Because that's the comedy he wrote.
Like,
yeah. Yeah, I guess you got a point. But yeah, it's kind of funny that like, I mean, for the time, I'm sure it was hilarious. The really weird bit is people go and see like Shakespearean stuff still, like where people speak old-timey Shakespearean. I think it's like interesting for the sake of a case study. Like I don't think people actually enjoy it. But what's funny, if you watch like videos of it online, people will pretend to enjoy it. Like type in like Shakespearean comedy live, and like they'll tell jokes in like old Shakespearean-y time talk, and they'll actually like pretend, they'll like laugh, and it all feels so forced. And there's something like oddly absurdly like funny on it, like laughing at them like on a really meta level. I don't know.
Like a pseudo-intellectual.
Yeah, pseudo-intellectualism is really funny to me. It's like, yeah, it's very like, we live in a society kind of humor is very funny to me. I think that's like how that whole joke is like comes from. We live in a society comes from pseudo-intellectualism. Man, I wish there were like, it's annoying when like the word you want is like, you don't want to say the big fancy word, but it perfectly fits like the scenario. Yeah, so like pseudo-intellectualism is like all you can use to describe that scenario, like in short, but like those words are so long. I suppose those words stretched out is just the definitions.
Maybe pseudo-intellectualism there wasn't like right, but the point that I was trying to get at was just like evil people forcing that enjoyment, positive.
Oh man. Just say we live in a society if you get stuck and can't remember. That always gets a laugh. Like, we'll do that where we'll talk, like, I'll be saying like something political with my friends, or like say something I'm really not sure how to feel about this, and people will like say stuff back and forth, and you hear some arguments, and then eventually it's like I will like unironically say we live in a society, and then I'll just stop what I'm saying and just sigh and just say we live in a society, and then just go back to drinking.
It's crazy, just like the cultural differences as well between my nation.
Yeah. Oh, fuck this. But oh no! I was in first and I just got. That's like hell. That is actually hell. My headset's being like, oh, I just unplugged the thing. Whoopsie doopsie. I'm a fucking dum-dum.
Oh, fuck, man.
Okay, I should be able to hear you again in a sec. Okay, there we go. I think this cable is like dying. I can't hear the video game anymore, which upsets me highly. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be able to. It says I can still. I like hate being in really hot countries. Oh wait, whoops, that's the wrong thing. I need mixer. I guess I'll turn off this and turn it back on. No, I still can't hear it. Ah, fuck me, dude. Where does it output to? We actually like really do live in a society though. Here, I'll turn this to one thing and then move it to another. Is this working yet? Damn it. I'd say they've got to a reasonably solid state at the moment. I just haven't really had them challenged well from anything from my mindset. People have definitely had a good couple goes. A lot of spring onions this year. What does that mean? Yeah, we really do live in a society. Oh, it's really annoyed me the sound stopped because it's actually really useful. And also the music's good. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts has gorgeous music, and I haven't even played it. Simple and Clean as well. I mean, Simple and Clean is more like its own separate thing, but like that's a gorgeous song. And there's like other songs, like Sanctuary is pretty good. It means the yields of the garden have been good. I have never heard that phrase. Spring onions. Oh man. Spring Funyuns. That's what we need. That's so sweet. If I was a young woman and I heard that, I'd instantly have like the most painful throttling orgasm I could possibly imagine. Like completely not even expected at all. I'd fucking literally like excavate my bladder and poo-poo. Thank you for whoever just... Oh, someone subscribed on YouTube. It wasn't... I need to turn off the YouTube subscribes. Because... I don't know what a cloaca is. What is that? I'm assuming it's something horrible. Birds have their butt and their pee hole and their reproductive system all in the same hole? Oh, disgusting. Cloaca. Oh man. The genitals, you're like, ah, oh, I shitted on my genitals again. Oh man. Good lord. I like, you think like all animals aren't that different, like medicine should work on them and stuff, but then you like realize some animals shit on their balls, and it's like, yeah, this ain't great. Oh man. There used to be this image of that would always upset me, because this guy I used to not like would always send me it, and now retroactively I've heard he's a nice guy, and like it's like now whenever I see it I like really laugh because it's so good. It's like a pig that's shit, but it's like shit is just on its ass. Have you seen that one? And it's like shit is like on its ass just above his balls. Cum is stored in the brain. Hi, hello, how are you? Cum is stored in the ball. If my brain was in my balls, I wouldn't ever nut in fear of losing intelligence. Those brain proteins are good for you. I hope people can still hear what's in the mixer. I don't know why I can't hear. I guess when you unplug your headset and replug it, I guess only on launch Streamlabs checks your audio. That's kind of weird. I'm not relaunching Streamlabs because then all the stream. I think probably gonna like play one more game and then just go off streaming and then just keep talking to Adrian because he's epic. If he pleases to. I'm not keeping you captive, don't worry. Yeah, this is only like the second one, but we cover a lot of interesting topics that normally, yeah. Because I see some pretty fucking funny, weird stuff. You can join in via text chat, whoever that is. Delos, but I'll be slow to respond. I know, I'm not good at meeting new people always, so... I don't know, it depends. I mean, yeah, normally I am. It's just like today is not, because I was feeling extremely espresso-depresso today. But I'm feeling a lot better. Thanks to Victoria and my friend Alex looking out for me. But now I'm just playing Mario crap for the rest of the day. Mario Kart? Yeah, it's gorgeous. Like, oh, just like video games are like, look at this tunnel. Look at this tunnel right now and how the lighting changes when you leave. There are certain things that are like I feel like if you were like, I can't, it like reminds me of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like people like taking drugs while they watch that. Like I imagine you get the same experience with Mario Kart. Actually no, it would be scary. I think I'd have to watch a friend play it to do that. If I was to take hallucinogens, which I probably never would, because I think I'd end up seeing the devil, I'd probably have to have the like visual stimuli of just watching someone play Mario Kart. I definitely have like more knowledge about like Mario Kart like vehicles, hidden statistics and shit than I do about like any political system or anything, and it like shocks me that like I've spent so much time like learning all that shit. Rather than... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like... Bird cloacas don't interest... I mean, they do interest me now because they're really funny. But I didn't know I'd be interested in bird cloacas. I want to be, like... You know, in like on the... Oh, gross. If you're on the news and it's like it like, you know, I'll have like a person and it'll say like, oh, they're like something like biologist, and mine I want it to say like Rory, like bird cloaca expert, but it's got like a little bird emoji like spreading like with the splash emoji after it. Oh man. What I like about Mario Kart is like no matter if you look at the end of the race, the plus is how many points, like, you'll always, like, as long as you're, like, above middle place, you'll always gain points towards your rank. Only if you, like, own the lower tier. Yeah, it's crazy. Some people are so crazy good at this. Oh, Moo Meadows is my fucking track. I'm really, like, I've been trying to get, like, a particular bike for ages. Also, the uglier your bike is, like, these wheels are really ugly and tiny, but they're, like, the best wheels in the game, without question. Fucking A. But yeah, I really want, certain bikes I like really enjoy using. What would you, as someone who's not interested in video games, would you see a Mario movie if it came out? Would that interest you? If it got good reviews and they said, I don't know, I guess you'd have to see it. Do you think people only should be rewarded? I think in something like a racing game it's different because it's like consented competition. Because it's like I suppose I suppose you can make a reasonable argument that people who keep playing, because like I mean in Overwatch, if you like get worse at playing the game, you should probably be ranked. You know? That kind of makes sense. I guess you could just keep doing it and just have everybody has numbers that just keep increasing, but then it would be more based off. Maybe some people want to D-rank, some people make themselves D-rank. I guess you could just minus as much as you deserve. Like maybe if you felt like you just had a bad game, that could be a good experiment. Because like there's only like one system people use, and it's just an ELO system. I don't know what that stands for. Oh yeah, stuff like social situations. Yeah, having like this big like numbers, like showing. Yeah, funny. A person who was saying the same thing as you, and I remember hearing it and stand by it to this day, regardless. Is Kanye West was saying exactly what you're saying. He said, and he can go off the rails sometimes, but that is like fucking. I think that's really smart. Yeah. It was like, he said like he really specifically described it, or maybe I ended up assuming he did, I don't know, but it was like, you should be able to like, you should only be able to see individuals who have liked something. There should not be a number next to anything saying how many people have liked this, which is like extremely like altruistic like mindset from someone who's like got so much. I suppose he didn't start with much though, to be honest. Is that right? Am I right in thinking that? Well, like that's what like a lot of the music is about. Yeah. Isn't he have like single parent and stuff like that? Oh. Yeah. But yeah, I stand by that. That's smart. That's all I was gonna say. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure I can think of stuff I really enjoy. I really enjoyed like I thought Venom was like a really fun campy movie, and there's like nothing wrong with that. Like I didn't see like what's wrong with things being cheesy. Sometimes bad acting or like is really funny, and sometimes things like being like yeah, definitely. There's like some of Keanu Reeves' deliveries is like really entertaining, like regardless, and it's like it's not even always bad acting because there are people who act like that in real life, and so it's interesting. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's like the film Starship Troopers. I was watching a thing about that from Red Letter Media earlier, and like saying it like. Ironically or not, like it's almost like a propaganda film. That's kind of funny and weird. It's have you seen that? Yeah, I remember watching it as a kid and like not getting the point of it, and I'd say only more recently I appreciate more the point of it, because I remember someone explaining something like, oh, it's like satire. I was like, is it though? And like having a proper look at it and like the history of like the book and stuff. I think there was even a PewDiePie video about it. Like that's the last person I'd expect to like give such like an interesting like share like with someone with a really big audience, like having an interesting like take on a film and stuff like that. Like I mean, not to say having a big audience is a bad thing, just like this sort of thing that YouTube algorithm pushes normally isn't that great. So maybe at this point he's fighting the algorithm. It's hard to say. Oh well, I'm gonna be in 12th for the rest of the race. That's cool. Can I? Oh, whoops. Okay, and I just accidentally paused because Mario Kart doesn't have a scoreboard. In most games, when you press minus, that Donkey Kong falling off that ledge that's like really easy to like stay on was kind of funny. Oh wow, yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I read something there because I remember we were talking about. Oh fuck. Like, oh no, it wasn't. It was. I think it was Andrew brought it up. How like, oh, how do you feel about? No, somebody on stream said it. How do you feel about Mario Kart? Like, the further back you are, the better items you get, basically. And like I remember seeing something the other day, I think it was on like Reddit or some other dweeb smelly website that I use, saying like, oh, that's how the Mario Kart item system work is exactly how like the economic system should work. Like that way people won't like go homeless and stuff. If you can blue shell whoever's the richest, then you'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, like it would probably work. It would mean like it would be more ethical. That's kind of an interesting one. It's like because you can still avoid blue shells. You just gotta use them right. Yeah. That would be more like giving everyone the tools? I don't know. I don't know how I describe that. I can maybe get myself up to like 5th here if I play this right. Oh. 4th. Nah, it's not that bad. I think I'll get a point. I'll probably get the coins back I lost. Look how low frame rate the fucking Shy Guys are on the back. Yeah, but I can't... Yeah, I think they are just gifts. Anticipating anything for E3? No. Never have any expectations, you won't be disappointed. What I do think we'll get... Yeah, especially with movies. I went in with medium expectations for Endgame, and I walked out the cinema feeling like it was the best thing I'd seen in my entire life, even though it definitely was not. But because I had low expectations, I really enjoyed it. Well, obviously I'm a fan of Marvel stuff, but I think things I do expect from E3 is probably getting another Smash Brothers character. Maybe like Banjo-Kazooie would be really cool, but I think people have got themselves so hyped up for it. If anything is like less than exciting than like getting Banjo-Kazooie or like Master Chief, we'll probably see some Halo Infinite gameplay, and we'll either be like medium excited or really disappointed. Either way, it will probably have like mod support or something in MCC. Maybe we'll hear more stuff about MCC because we haven't heard about that in ages. Those are the only things I'm really excited for: Nintendo games or Halo games. The rest is all just like a nice surprise. I get excited quite a lot if I see things I know other people will like I don't know, if I saw like Little Big Planet or something, I know my friend Billy would really enjoy that. That game's so cute as well, and it's so nice. I think it's good at games that let people be creative. I wish there was like a Mario Kart game where you could make tracks and it was a Little Big Planet racing thing. But like specifically, I think like any game that like lets you make tracks, let you be able to like take parts from other tracks that already exist. Like I don't know, just like big wibbly ribbon road. Like when people make a kart creator, they should be able to have the same tools that are good enough to make all the tracks that currently exist in like that like goes without saying like in that game currently. They always do that with like making level stuff. I don't know, like normally just the Nintendo stuff is what I get excited for. Nintendo's off. Ooh. Right now, nothing. I'm gonna be in uni very soon. I'm gonna be doing a graphics design course. But I think I'm gonna find a part-time job because I'm moving soon. Up north a little bit, not very far, and that should like give me like that way I won't be like living in a shit village where because I used to work like in the pub down the road from me. I had like the most horrible boss, and now that's made me class conscious. So I don't know. Just gaming, you know? Nothing stopping you. What I'd say is just set up some stream stuff. Maybe like a cool little cute layout, and then just post it on your Twitter whenever you stream and just play a game and just feel like doing it. That's what I mean, I get like no viewers doing it, but like you set it up, you set yourself up to succeed, but don't expect it, sort of thing. Like, so randomly someone will come in. Because, like, one time I had, like, a friend from... My friend Cal, and he hosted me, and he had, like, 150 people watching me. And I had to stop streaming, because I was enjoying it for a bit, but I was, like, I got way too shy. But yeah, stuff like that, you can do, have fun. But then just, like, play a game, have fun. Like, talk with your friends, just in, like, a call or whatever. And just say to them, like, guys, just don't, like, say you're, like... and read out your credit card or anything right now because I am streaming. That's what I do. I have like in my Discord or any Discord I go in, like we make a room that just says streaming in it. So you just anyone coming in there like isn't like unconsensually like doing anything. Yeah. Yeah, just like don't like sabotage yourself. I guess it's different for me because I'm someone who's like super paranoid. Like when Victoria was streaming, I like had to leave the room when she was playing guitar because I was like just sitting next to her, like just watching, and I just felt like so awkward and horrible. Because I was just like, I'm just sitting here, I'm just like a one-man audience that everyone's watching. I felt like I was being serenaded. Like, yeah, you gotta just like put yourself in your comfort zone or whatever. I guess if you want to stream. I mean, like if you stream for a bit and you don't like it, no harm done. Yeah, just use something like Streamlabs because that's kind of easy to set up. They can give you like a free nice layout. Do what interests you. I mean, and it can be useful as well for like making videos because then you can learn how to like record your screen and stuff like that. It's really useful. Why aren't there any non-fantasy MOBAs out there? I'd say just the MOBA genre like lost like public interest too quick for like any big studios to like try anything that like what its problem is like people will do what's like considered like safe in quote marks. I'd say actually fuck, what is it? The Blizzard MOBA isn't actually like that bad. A lot of people like shit on it, but I'd say it got a lot better after because like Gunky made a video like saying this game's garbage and he was right, and then they fixed a bunch of stuff in like the 2.0 and it was kind of fun, and it's got loads of charm to it. Like how they do things, and like how like you level up as a team and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean just like fantasy is like a really people play things safe because like if I don't know, like people's concern about making money, especially with something as big as a MOBA, like an indie studio is not going to make a MOBA. They are not going to innovate on like anything at all. Maybe they'll innovate a little bit with their own gimmick, but only if that gimmick is like sellable. Like I totally like a MOBA that's like set in like the Iraq War. Something really interesting to me. Like imagine like desert sand, and everybody's got like different kinds of assault rifles and like rocket launchers. Or like it doesn't even have to play like leveling up. Like you could maybe like buy weapons at a store and it's like little mini mercenaries. You could do all loads of interesting stuff, but people wouldn't risk that because imagine you get all the way through that production and then it's like, oh, this isn't sellable to like the mass public. Like, well, shit. Yeah. Yeah, it has the potential to be like the most like interesting or like one of the most popular games ever. Like if you have like any of that, but people won't risk it because like they're just businesses at the end of the day, which really sucks. I think the more we separate like art from like the financial, like the more like not always the more better it comes, but like the more potential it has to be better. Like every single time. I think like if you look at like any open source project, like whether it's a game or what, it can like have like they have like huge potential. Stuff like that. Wow, fifth at the last minute. Donkey Kong drove into a wall and he still beat me. But yeah, I totally like try that game. That sounds like fun. Fix a game you hate by changing one mechanic. Dota 2, remove RNG. Make the entire game skill based. That's kind of easy. I don't know. A game like I hate entirely. Any first-person shooter, remove random spread and replace it with some kind of I've made a whole video on like spread mechanics. Like I'd love CS:GO a lot more if they would remove the random spread from it and made it like, and instead, well, that would be like swapping. I don't think that's one mechanic. Oh man, that's tough. That's actually a really good question. I'd like to hear like what actual designer's solution would be. Oh, actually, Mario Maker, all the items are unlocked straight away. Actually, options are optimal. Mario Maker have an option to unlock everything straight away. It's fun unlocking stuff. Ooh, or Smash Brothers have a buffer option. Smash Ultimate have a buffer. I don't hate it. Oh, I kind of hate elements of it. I hate the buffer system. Or Smash Ultimate. Fix the online. Is the online a mechanic? That's not a mechanic. That's like a bug. Man, that's tough. I wonder, like, change one thing about a movie to make it good. Make these hard. Oh. One? I just won? Swap capitalism out for Mario Kart item boxes. That would ironically be more fair. Everybody would constantly be getting stuff, so that's not that bad. Oh no, because you're intense, you're gonna keep getting like bullet bills. You can do some mad shit with bullet bills. If you're first, you just get fucking the purge, but the only people who are allowed to get purged are the rich. I don't know how that would work. JJ, bro, you know stuff. When are you gonna put out more vids? Ooh, I've written a long one, like that if I do it, it should take like as long as IG Men to make. It won't be as good as IG Men, but it's like a JonTron kind of style review, but not like John. It's more like just some case studies on like options in video games, but like options in like a political context as well. Specifically, Crash Bandicoot Racing and how they removed the trophy girls from it because I mean they're kind of like an outdated stereotype, which is like kind of fair enough, but like at the same time, you could just put them in and then just have an option to turn them on, off, or rather, or even better, have them off by default and have an option to turn them on. That way, like people can't complain. Yeah, because then it like you can be like. Identity politics, grr, grr, grr. Or even better, do the Spelunky solution, which is, yeah, that's part I wrote about it. Do the Spelunky solution, which is having options for both male and female, or even another thing of trophy girls. So you have trophy boys as well, like muscle men holding the trophies. That'd be kind of funny. Because these are all furry ass looking characters. I just think like scantily clad, like sexually standing like characters rewarding you a trophy in a kid's like kart racing game is kind of like doesn't make a lot of good sense. Wow, I'm actually getting squashed in Mario Kart. Wait, I'm in 10th still? I like what? I was 100%. I was 100% in front of him. My cart is even longer than his. Okay, I want to race another one. I'm enjoying this. But yeah. Oh, I like this stage. I probably have unlocked the last song I listened to. Oh, it was something. I didn't listen all the way through, so I don't know if that counts. Oh, it was like maybe it was that Timothy Little song. No, it was some song by some other guy, but I can't remember. He was called like Young something, and it was called like 735 or something. I have to look on my Spotify. Nah, not Youngblood. He's kind of good though. Yeah, I think I've heard him. I haven't like super big listened to him though. I'll have to look on my songs. I think it was... Oh no, it was Informer by Snow. Have you ever heard that song? It's a really old song because it was in some video and I wanted to listen to it because I remember hearing it as a kid. But like the other song I was thinking of, 721 by Young Girl 1. No, it's like YXNGXR1. That's a good question. Where'd you get that from? Oh, you just thought of it. Thoughts on what might happen if loot boxes are made illegal? Nothing bad would happen. It's kind of exploitative to like put like I mean like if you like I feel like the again I'm gonna say the optimal thing would be an option, so like you can have a loot box or you can just directly buy the items. I think like you should be able to do loot boxes unless you can also have an option to like just buy like the items directly in games. Like I don't think any game's progression system should be RNG based or like having actual just like gaining. That's why like I think it's like not China, where is it? It's like somewhere in Asia has like a really good thing. So it's like if you buy a loot box, you get some credits with it. No Overwatch, and that makes like that's so much more optimal. Like loot boxes like are just detrimental. Like it's made Overwatch's progression system so much worse and less interesting. Wow, I really fucked that one up. So much less interesting. It's so lazy. It's such a shame because there's other elements of that game are really good, and that is like such like a disgusting like. It's just like I can literally like opening a loot box can be fun and exciting, but if you're not consenting to it and you've just like lost like 70 things in the row, I think a big thing about it is people who have already got good RNG in their life in real life have no concept of like how bad it feels to constantly get bad RNG in real life and have like a really shit day, come home, just relax and play some video games. Even if you didn't care about getting the items, you like open up this loot box and you just get 3 grays and blue. It's like, wow, I'm already like I have no reason to care about this, but now I want to die. Like it's like it's like bad for your brain, like I think, like, and like, oh, the gold mushroom is just like a mushroom you can use over and over real quick, so it's good in some like situations. Cool. Gaming too. I'm getting loads of them because I'm like actually like getting into ranks where it's, oh no, I fucked up. Oh, I don't know, I'm not paying enough attention to the video game. Or maybe I'm paying too, fuck me dude, I fucked it up. I got really cocky there. Okay, yeah, I can't see a single good, like, the only good argument is that, like, it's just a different, like, limiting argument of loot boxes, like, they should require some kind of, like, actual tangible reward alongside the loot box. Oh, wow, come on. I'm trying to get this just so I can get the bullet bill, just so I can pull up one place. That was such a bad race. Oh my god. I like this video game. I would have won if I had my sound working. That's BS. Oh. Probably not. I'm probably gonna go to bed kind of early. I'm probably a really big sweat patch. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's 11:07 right now. I've just like, I think it would probably make me a bit happier if I had like a better sleep schedule as well. I miss Dead Space. That's not a question, just saying. I still am yet to play Dead Space. I've only played Dead Space 3 and that's the bad one I've heard. And it was just, I hated how the weapons work, so I probably will play, I've got Dead Space 1 and I will play it. I just don't enjoy horror games. I don't like jump scares, and I know it's like jump scare heaven, but I feel like that could be like interesting and exciting to me nowadays. Now I've just like kind of broadened my horizons and I haven't really been enjoying video games. I think Dead Space is a really like visual thing. I'm worried it might make me more depressed. Oh, I remember watching my cousin play Fear and fucking like shitting my pants as a kid. That was horrible. Like, if that feeling of like your heart sinking when you like see something that you know is going to be a jump scare. I don't know. I think kind of like jump scares. I'm really interested in like psychology of like horror games. Like, I really enjoyed like Resident Evil 2. I wouldn't even go again. No, Resident Evil 4 I wouldn't. But Resident Evil 2 was like, nah, I haven't played that. Amnesia is probably like the biggest example of a game I wouldn't like. But stuff like, I really like stuff like with like interesting environments and stuff, and like creepiness, and like if they've got lore, like an actual reason to be scared. Inside, I think, is probably one of the best games ever made. I probably am like top 3 for a bit. It was my favorite game ever. Is this game? It's actually a side scroll. It's from the people who made Limbo. It's kind of a similar sort of thing. It's very straight to the point, kind of movie like. It's kind of Kino. What's that? Oh, I'm yet to play Hellblade. I need to. I did. Isn't that Ninja Theory? Yeah, I did some games testing there. They were really nice there. Because they're in Cambridge, and I had like an opportunity to do some. I mean, I didn't get paid, but it's like on my CV. To do some game testing for a game they were working on. I signed an NDA, so I can't say what it is, sorry. H. Feels bad. I wonder if the... Remember we were talking about like how like different societies and stuff are run? I wonder if we had like something like where like money was like something you didn't have to worry about, and like art was just as it was. Would people still like keep secrets in the industry, or would they just share? I don't mean secrets as in, oh, we found a way to make the Xbox run like 50% better, because obviously you'd say that without saying, otherwise you'd just be like psychotic not to share something like that. Yeah, Victoria gave me the Elgato, so I didn't end up having to buy it in the end because she wasn't using it. It's so nice of her. She's amazing. I got it to work because it was broken. I did a bunch of stuff with the drivers. Oh fucking! I forgot what I was saying. Gaming. Yeah. Each two has relatively few jump scares. All horror comes from the helplessness. It's pretty tasty. Oh, that sounds very optimal. Yeah. Yeah, Victoria's cool. Go at her on Twitter and say thank you for giving Rory an Elgato. You are epic, smiley face. I guess after this race I'll probably stop playing and call her and check if she's alright. Because she went to lay down. She might have fallen asleep. Who knows? Who knows? Is that the we was at the club guy on my left there? It's me, like we was at the club. I think it is. Either if it's not and it just so happens that me looks just like it, that's even better. I'll see if it comes up with the username in a sec. I don't see it. Nah, his name's Freight. Serious question. How do you still find Mario Kart fun? It's cool to watch though. I had a really long break off it and I watched a bunch of videos by a guy called, it's like TWD98, I think. Like the number I wrong. I know it's TWD, but he like does those Mario Kart videos and I just read about like the stats and stuff. I don't know, I haven't been enjoying many games, but specifically playing like, I don't know, just like stop caring about like progression systems and stuff in games and just like playing them for the sake of having VR points. Like, I don't know what that stands for. I think I just disconnected. Yeah, I did. Hell yeah. No, I mean on Mario Kart. All the races stop. But they still, why haven't they started moving yet? Someone like hacked them? You can see them on the map, they're all stationary. Oh, someone followed me, thank you. But yeah, look at this, they all just stopped moving. Is this like a bug? Hasn't even disconnected me yet. Yeah, I'm gonna catch up on them here. Yeah, there you go. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go on that note. I am BBG Vic, Big Dick Vic. BF. Oh, I did get a new car. I'm gonna check if it's Mr. Skeety first. Fucking better be. Give me Mr. Skeet. Hell yeah! This is the dream. Alright. Night night gamers.